Hello. Namaste. Oh, namaste. No. So I was kind of asking myself, would I come to this meeting? Because I kind of felt like maybe nobody's coming. I'm like, why am I doing this if nobody's coming? But then I felt like, well, you know, I was just asking myself like what it is. And I feel like I am in support of anybody who really just wants to look inside and, yeah, really not run away from anything and to face the reality of themselves and this moment. And many times that can seem like a painful thing. We could think of it as a painful thing or a good thing because many people, are kind of can be hiding from some kind of pain. And in a way, there's no escape from that. Like we sometimes come to spirituality or other things in life as an effort to escape, an effort to escape from, that any kind of pain we might have to like bypass it or something like that. Um, it's not only pain, like we can bypass it for some time if we want to. But the point is that I want to be here, even if nobody turns up, even if nobody comes, just by my turning up. I feel like something in me is just saying, like, yes, I'm here for this in myself. So it doesn't really matter if people turn up or not. Um, but still, if people continue to not turn up, I also might do something different with my time. I don't know. But we're here together today, and I'm very happy and grateful to see you. So hello. um, and I remember last week, whatever we were talking about last week, somehow kind of stayed with me. The girl that was here last week, she was asking, and maybe because I had to leave kind of in a hurry as well. But and I haven't seen her since. But I feel like maybe the point was missed a little bit as well. Because sometimes it seems like in spirituality, in certain streams of spirituality, particularly kind of non-duality and very like direct pointings, it can seem like we're trying to get somewhere within ourselves or trying to realize something, because it's talked about like you are beyond this world. But then it seems like all we know is this world and like myself as this character in this world, and we're like kind of making effort to discover something. But that's not really what this type of meeting is about. And actually all them pointings are misinterpreted anyway. So even though those words are true, still it's not meant that you um it's basically just kind of pointing it to something that's here all the time. But somehow they're just kind of misinterpreted. Understandably so as well. When you're listening from mind, you can't help but to hear those kind of things like beyond the world. Like it's somewhere, it has to be somewhere far away and something completely different than I know. um well, I think the point was missed because in this kind of listening meditation, it's like in a way it is very direct because we're not doing anything. So we were talking, about not doing. And I was kind of sharing that I love this pointing that comes from A Course in Miracles that says, I need do nothing. And then she was saying, yeah, well, I feel like I need to um kind of calm down my nervous system or heal this or do something before I can do that. But the thing is, even though I sometimes say in the guided meditation, like that we can perhaps notice what's noticing, or just like effortlessly, we're just aware, so that's kind of, in a way, moving your attention to what's effortlessly here and beyond what's present. Um, but yet, if that doesn't naturally happen, like actually just listening and just being here is, it's just enough, like, and that is doing nothing, so we don't, the idea of, like, let's say, trying to calm our nervous system down before I choose to sit and listen to what's here. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But this is not the place to come for that. you know, because this is the place to come for that you don't need to do anything. You can turn up exactly as you are and you don't need to change. Nothing needs to change in you at all. And the whole point is that we're just meeting this moment as it is. So if your nervous system is all over the place, it's not that you shouldn't try to regulate it, and you shouldn't try to feel more calm and peaceful. And it may or may not happen here, but that's not what I'm encouraging. I like my nervous system to feel calm and I like to feel peaceful. But I feel what's more important and what I'm more excited about and what inspires me more is to recognize that part of me that's able to notice absolutely everything. I don't need to do anything for that. It's just like I just have to turn up. That's it. And that's what this listening meditation is. It's just a choice to be present for yourself. And it's not going to look different. It's not going to look the same in every person's story, because maybe you have different things showing up than I have. And also the point is that, at least for this time, that we're not giving the whatever is showing up, we're not giving it meaning, really. We're also not pushing it away and saying it's bad, but we're not saying anything about it. It's just like we're literally just recognizing it and accepting it. Okay, it's here. This is what's present right now. um, so because there's only two of us, I don't know if you'd be willing to, like, explore in an open way, because that might feel more like alive rather than being, like, sometimes if it's like a kind of a group guided meditation, like, we have to be more vague, but instead we could actually say, like, you can say no if you don't want to, but like, if I say, okay, are you aware of anything that's present? And maybe if you're aware of, like, a tightness in your shoulder or something that you might choose to share, would you be open to
How did you know I had a tightness in my shoulder?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm open and willing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is a guided meditation, and if anybody would like to, somebody might be hearing this another time in the future because it's being recorded. So you can follow along if you want to. So I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes if you want to. You don't necessarily have to close your eyes. It tends to be easier to come more inwards. And just allow your awareness to come to your body. Maybe just feeling the sense of where your body meets whatever it's sitting on. You might be aware of some tension in your body. And you can just allow your body to move to make itself more comfortable if it needs to. Just feel your feet on the ground. And feel your legs, your torso, and up to your shoulders and your neck. Just bringing awareness there and allowing it to be as it is. Allowing your awareness to come to your breath. And then inviting your awareness to come a little bit more inward into the more inner areas of your body, like your throat and your chest. And your belly. Just noticing how it is. And there's no need to try to change anything. And inviting a sense of relaxation and openness. And again, just allow your breath to be as it is and allow your body to move if and when it needs to. And just sitting for a moment or two in a space of not needing to do anything. Just simply noticing that you're here. And allowing your attention to move freely wherever it wants to. And just listening inwards and asking yourself, is there anything that wants my awareness now? And just noticing if anything comes with that question. So there might be thoughts, memories, there might be bodily sensations, there might be just a whole sense of something about something in particular. And if you feel like sharing what wants your awareness, maybe just in a simple word or two, you can. Keeping your eyes shut and just listening to that which wants your awareness at the same time.
Yeah, there's a real desire to keep still.
Mhm. So effortlessly, you're just noticing that desire to keep still. And if you're aware of any physical sensations, you can just notice, just simply notice that you're noticing the sensations in whatever part of your body there. And whatever is present now is welcome. And if there's a sense that there's something here, actually, you might just ask yourself if it's welcome or not. And if you get the sense that yes, it's welcome, then yes, it's welcome. And if you get the sense that no, it's not welcome, you might just notice that you're aware of that also as something arising inside you. You're noticing that something feels like something else is not welcome. Just resting into awareness, openness, effortlessness. So, not pushing anything away. As you're sitting here, you might notice that whatever you're experiencing might continue to change. Maybe there'll be a thought that will come and go, and then maybe another thought about something else. Or maybe there'll be some sensations in one part of your body, and then the next moment there'll be sensations in another part. So just allowing all of that to move freely. all the while just effortlessly listening and just being here. Effortlessly noticing even the subtlest movements inside. And again, maybe asking if there's anything that wants your awareness. And your attention, if you ask yourself this question, your attention will just naturally move to it, whatever it might be. And you don't have to think it's anything in particular. It might be just like a little itchy feeling in your toe. It could be anything at all. So just asking yourself, what wants my awareness now? And see what comes forward. And just inside yourself, you can, whatever you become aware of, you can maybe see if a descriptive word comes for whatever sensation comes.
Well, I'm feeling very spacious. Spacious.
Mm. So you're noticing a sense of spaciousness.
Mm,
Mm.
big empty.
Where is that spaciousness?
All over my chest and torso.
Mm. And what does the spaciousness, how is that experienced?
It's
Like,
good. It's a big, happy, open feeling.
mm. So you're noticing a big, happy, open feeling in your chest.
Mm.
Yeah. So again, just reminding yourself that you're effortlessly noticing that which you're aware of. So whether it's lightness, joy, peace, spaciousness, or heaviness, pain, tingliness, whatever it is, it's not all of you, it's just something in you. You're noticing that something in you feels like this. And we're just going to do absolutely nothing at all for a few minutes. Just allow everything to be as it is. Just notice if there are any stories running, or if there's the sense that you need to do something or change something. Notice if you have an idea of yourself running. And just being aware of your breath. Maybe just noticing the effortless noticing. And where is that? And nothing is supposed to happen. This kind of listening is just an opportunity for yourself to not hide anything from yourself and just to notice any ideas that might be running. And if there are ideas or stories, also noticing if there's another part that's making them wrong or trying to resist them or change them. And really just noticing all of those kind of human dynamics. But also at the same time noticing that they're just something in you, not the whole of you. And the point of this type of meditation is just to be at peace with yourself. Nobody can give you peace, but you can give it to yourself. And it's not that you're getting it from somewhere else and then giving it to yourself. It's just that you stop doing the things that create an atmosphere that's not peaceful inside yourself. And just effortlessly noticing. Here, allowing it to be what it is. And we really don't need to understand or intellectualize the different energies and stories, patterns that show up. can just allow them all to be seen in the light of your effortless nature. And if you're aware of anything like resistance or anything that you might label as non-spiritual, just know that that doesn't mean anything about you. It's just an energy, just like the weather doesn't mean anything about you. It's just a type of weather in consciousness. Everything is. And notice that your noticing doesn't have any argument with anything that's here. And it can sometimes get a little bit subtle because you might feel like you're just effortlessly noticing. And then all of a sudden there's a sense of, I don't want this to be here. Or what is this particular sensation or something? And it slips in as like, that's me. Like I'm feeling this. Whatever it is. So even if like, oh yeah, I love this feeling of bliss. Could be. But really the effortless noticing is kind of not really saying anything at all about loving things or not loving things. Simply just noticing. You can allow your awareness to come to your breath and notice your breath coming in and out of your body. And maybe notice the body in the room. And just the sense of the room around you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And if you have any kind of contemplations or musings or sharings, or if you want to ask anything or share anything, then you're welcome. Mhm.
Well, way out on the edge there for a little bit, there was this little bit of a judgment starting to come, like you could be getting more done, you know, this
Yeah,
you should be getting more done.
yeah.
And that, I noticed it. It came and went. Um, Physically, um, I'm back from the gym like an hour ago. I had a good aerobic workout, so
Mm.
my chest was.
Yeah.
So, to sit quietly now, that very much explains the expansive feeling for sure.
Yeah.
Because, it worked a lot. Now the work's over, so the relaxing,
Mm.
pleasant feelings were just naturally there, and that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And, this is a dream come true for me, just sitting quietly for you. So
Mm.
I'm just totally grateful and happy to be here.
Yeah. And those little ideas, you could be getting more done. Like they can just slip in so easily.
Yeah.
And even sometimes it's like, okay, it comes, and then because you're meditating, you might let it go again. Now, I don't mean you personally, but just anybody, like the thought can come, and then you might let it go again because you're meditating. But then, like something in us can be like, oh yeah, I need to get more done. But the whole point is to recognize, in these moments. And it's not that we shouldn't do anything, you know. Of course, like maybe the character of Steve needs to clean his house or something. It's not that we want your house to become a dirty mess by ignoring that thought, but just like, does the effortless noticing have to do something? Yeah. It can't even do anything. It's like there's nothing for it to do. So it's like those thoughts sometimes come as well to try to, kind of take us out of these kind of moments. Like I remember when I was doing this kind of meditation. So I was doing meditation already for years, but always switching and changing. But then I started doing this one. But what used to happen is not really this one. I mean, like, yeah, just sitting. Like, so you'd feel like you're not doing that and you're just sitting. But then, like, a thought would come and I'd be just like, okay, that's enough now. And something would just get up and be like, okay, like I just kind of accepted that thought, like when I came. So I could sit for any amount of time. It could be 20 minutes, it could be an hour or something. And then a thought would just be like, okay, that's enough now. And then I just like almost like it would come with a surge maybe of energy at the same time. And like, so it'd just be like, it would just kind of get me up rather than being kind of more kind of rooted in it. And then just like, it's just literally, it's just a thought, and they can kind of come as distractions to try to just take us away from this space that we're creating, because by choosing to sit and do nothing, you're actually creating an environment within yourself where more can come to be known about yourself. So it can be on lots of different levels. So it can be, that you're more true nature of effortlessness. I seem to like to call it in these meetings, but like of effortlessness that can come to be known more and more clearly. But also in this space, it can be also the parts of us that we're kind of trying to keep away, No, I don't want to look there,
Mm.
but because we're kind of having this open space, then this can kind of like creep up, like little things can kind of come in. So then these other parts of the mind can then come and distract us from that. It's like maybe it doesn't want, or there's like little bits of fear, like because if this thing comes up and you kind of see it as nothing, then it's not going to be able to use that to control your life in different ways, you know. You don't really need to be thinking. We don't really need to be thinking about all them things. But I think also it's like these kind of words are coming like if every time a wind blows, like we don't want to be blown all around by it, like as if we're a little leaf in the garden and just like a thought comes like so I guess that's why sometimes it can be good to just choose an amount of time to sit for. Or also I feel like sitting with people is good as well because like if we weren't sitting together, maybe I just sit here by myself and then like maybe I start at 3:30, okay, and I say, oh yeah, I'll just sit for a while and I'll just sit. And it'll be like, yeah, like that thought might come, like, yeah, I could be getting more done. Then I'll be like, yeah, okay. So like after 15 minutes, I'll just get up and go and start doing something. And maybe it's like I start doing stuff that doesn't even need to be done. Like, I don't know what, but like clean the fridge or something. Something it doesn't really need to be done, but it's fine. But if you're together with somebody, it kind of is like you say, it's like a shared kind of goal. And if you have a shared goal, then it does keep you on track. And I do feel like it's really good to share, especially your goal of just choosing to just sit and listen. And that's why I said at the start, I am maybe there's more to it, but like I do feel like I'm here to support you and anybody who wants that support in just being with whatever arises. And I think there are, maybe in this space, like, so, because anything can arise, sometimes it might be just like, so for you, it's all nice, nice things like spaciousness and love and all this is nice. But like sometimes it can be more, sometimes it can be more difficult things, like more challenging things to be with.
No, of course it can. Of course it can. And there's a little glitch in the video, so I could be talking over you. But I wanted just to very, very much acknowledge and recognize and spread some gratitude for just the fact that, life is really, really good for me in the last handful of days. So, it's not like something great has happened. It's that this um abusive one, this self-abusive one who would force me to think badly and, run me around the house doing things like just like you described, that guy has been really tame.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, yeah.
And also like this space of just kind of, you could say like non-judgmental listening. It's like, even if it's something difficult that comes up, so even if that guy had been here today, um, it's not necessarily worse than the spacious happy guy. It's not like harder necessarily to be with. Um, like everything is in a way for that effortlessness, everything is equal and
Mm.
the same and it doesn't distinguish. Although of course they will be experienced differently, like I'm not going to deny like spaciousness and bliss and all. It's like, oh, it's nice. And like some things they do feel harder. Some people can say, like they don't, but like I think they can be experienced in a more difficult way, but yet they're not really worse for us as the ones who choose to just be here for ourselves and listen to it. So the nature, like the listening nature, is still the same, and in a way, maybe even the more darker stuff is, it's more, I don't know, it can be more rich, like, and the way Rumi says, like, the wound is the place where the light enters.
Mm.
And I have experienced that many times, like going through challenges or something hard, then somehow like our understanding and our insights and our light even seems to grow, so um I don't know, the point of what I'm saying maybe is just that we're not necessarily joining together and choosing to do listening meditation purely only to experience like bliss or something. And if we do experience that, that's great, but I think most people have all different kinds of stuff. And from day to day, it'll be different. Like if you sit here and do this kind of just sitting every day, there will be some days that I'll be like, oh yeah, this is so glorious. And then there'll be days and weeks and months that are like, oh, it's so hard. Oh. um, but it's all, I don't know, I feel like it's all in the name of peace, because if that's a part of us, then life is inviting us to make peace with it.
You keep coming back to this effortless noticing, and these are really good
Mm,
reminders because the noticing itself is there's no judgment. It's
mm,
empty, formless, colorless,
mm,
silent.
yeah,
I don't
neutral.
know if, and I don't know if there's sunshine by you or not, but from this side, the video is just turning all kinds of beautiful colors. It's really gorgeous.
It's one of those salt lamps.
Okay.
Yeah. The sun setting here beside
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
I just adore you so. I hope you can let that in
Oh, I
because it's
can. Thank you. I love to be adored. I adore
that's good.
myself too.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Most of the time. I'm working on all the time. Getting there.
So, if you're sincere about restructuring these meetings, the input I have is just sitting quietly for 30 minutes is
Mm,
also fine.
mm.
Um, Clearly, we're speaking to an audience that hasn't yet come. So,
Yeah,
if
let's
that's
see.
something you want to continue, I'll support that.
Yeah,
And whatever way you're guided,
yeah.
within reason, I'll follow.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so, so much.
Yeah. And may this just be in service to your spirit and his spirit and the spirit of life. And these meetings are purely just in service to whoever wants to find peace in their heart. So if it reaches to one being, then I would give 1,000 lifetimes just for that.
Ah, beautiful.
Mm. Yeah. Hi,
See you
Steve.
next time. Love
See you
you.
next time. Love you. Bye. Mhm.